Well, President Muhammadu Buhari today met the governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima, also APC national leader Bola Tinubu, and also met with the national chairman of the APC, Mr. Adams Oshiomhole, at different times at the presidential villa in Abuja. Mr. Oshiomhole insists he is doing the right thing, although not received kindly by some governors who want him out of the job. While Bola Tinubu, after his meeting with the president, says they all have surrendered to the supremacy of the party over some of the grievances left by the conduct of the APC primaries. Before all of the meetings, President Buhari officially launched the 2019 Armed Forces Remembrance Day emblem and appeal fund with a call on Nigerians to recognize, consider and appreciate the nation's armed forces. At the launch, which took place at the Aso Villa Council Chambers, President Buhari charged the political class against fanning the embers of disunity.
We had been through a bitter and unfortunate war that led to the loss of millions of our compatriots and the need to do all within our power. There is a need for our political actors, in particular, to be decorous in their conduct and utterances in order not to fan the embers of disunity. We would have no country to lead if our acts of deliberate incitement lead to the disintegration of our dear nation.
But at some point, we will take on the president's advisor on media and publicity. But in the meantime, let's look at the stories about how prepared the PDP is. They've been throwing up challenges against the incumbent APC. They're saying that their candidate, Atiku Abubakar, former vice president, will be the man to challenge him at a polls. How ready is the PDP? Will they be able to defeat the APC alongside over 70 other candidates running for the nation's top job? The right-hand man of the candidate, the man who served as the Director General of the campaign to Atiku Abubakar before that primaries in Port Harcourt, a former governor of Ogun State, Gbenga Daniel, joins us from our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, Chief Daniel, for your time on the program today. Let's begin by getting your reaction and getting some clarity on, you were recently the director of Atiku, Director General of Atiku Campaign Organization, but the party has since announced the Senate President Bukola Saraki for same role. What's your status now with the Atiku campaign?
Well, good evening, viewers, and thanks, Seun. We have done the first part of the job. Against all odds, we have been able to deliver His Excellency Atiku Abubakar as the flag bearer of the party. So that is it's like a relay race of some sort. And now that he's now the flag bearer for the party, we must create opportunity to bring other people in. And that is precisely what we have done. And you will notice that everybody who virtually contested against him in the party have come into the picture. And everybody has one role or the other to play. The APCO, which is the Atiku campaign organization, is still up and running. We are doing what we have to do. The issue of title is just a nomenclature, and I can assure you that a proper organizational structure is being worked out, which will be announced in a couple of days. We're on track and we're ready to go.
What would be right to address you by? Is it the Director General? Is it still okay to address you as the DG of the campaign?
Yes, of course. I'm the DG of APCO, which is Atiku Presidential Campaign Organization. The new thing that we've been formed now is by the party. And of course, that does not stop what we are doing at the APCO level. But like I said, we want wider participation. And I'm the happiest man because, I repeat, all the people that ran against us, came on board. And if there is any signs of victory that we're looking for, that is precisely what it's all about. I feel very, very happy. I feel excited that this development has come on stream, and everybody is now on board.
So tell us in 30 seconds or so about what we are hearing from Ogun State. Are you contesting for Senate? Your name is out now from the BioDio group.
Well, I want to seize this opportunity to thank the BioDio group who has deemed it fit to put my name on the ballot. I think it's a sign of appreciation, and I must, seriously thank them. But what will eventually happen between you and I in a couple of days, we'll find out. As you are aware, I'm very, very busy now with the Atiku campaign, and that is my immediate priority. But all this will be tabled in front of the dramatists personnel and the owners of the party. And the final decision will be taken. But for now, I'm working 100% with the Atiku campaign organization, and I don't want any distraction.
Okay, let's talk about the Atiku, the candidate, your principal. There's a big question mark over the personality of the man you're working with, and it has to do with perception, and those perception has to do with international perception and local perception on the issues of corruption. How do you think that you're going to sail through this campaign that is looming with this kind of perception?
Well, my opinion is that this issue of perception appears to have been overflogged. I remember when we were, running the campaign against the primaries, and everybody kept confronting us with this perception, and we kept, bringing out in the open that indeed is no more than perception, politically motivated perception, which unfortunately appears to have stuck. But by and large, I think as we move towards the real issues, people will begin to understand that these are just politically motivated issues. And I've repeatedly said that it's not a banana republic. Nigerian, as a people, our weaknesses. Anything that is negative about our leaders, we are ready to believe it, hook, line, and sinker. But as it were, until such a time when charges are pressed, as far as we are concerned, there are no issues there. And more than anything else, if you look at the newspapers in the last few days, we've had even statement issued by the State Department in the United States that they have no issues whatsoever with Atiku Abubakar. And if I may, chip this in, I can also confirm to you that in the last few days, there has been signals from the American officials that he should indeed come forward. They want him to come and they will grant him visa. So between you and I, all these are issues that are perceptual.
All right.
Political
let me butt in quickly, since we are on that trajectory. In Nigeria today, a lot of Nigerians believe, and the fact is that corruption is a major problem in the country as we speak, and that has stalled our development. For a candidate, a principle that you're selling for Nigerians going forward, a lot of Nigerians now have their eyes open about corruption in the political atmosphere in Nigeria. Isn't it a hard sell for your party and for your campaign organization, the kind of perception that your candidate has?
There is no hard sell whatsoever. As I've said to you earlier on, the last presidential primaries was contested by about 12 people. And despite those perceptions, you could see what happened, that the man Atiku defeated everybody, overwhelmingly without any question. And I can assure you that this is my expectation as far as the coming election is concerned. Talking about corruption, I have no doubt in my mind, and everybody agrees that we cannot run a corrupt country. And a number of us are quite in sync with the efforts of the current government to, as it were, fight corruption. But my issue is that we must, just because everybody is talking about corruption now, begin to drag everybody in, whether guilty or not. I'm a typical example. I dare say, with all sense of
Chief Daniel,
responsibility,
let me pause you for a moment because we need to take this break. But when we come back, we'll dwell on some other issues pertaining to your principal and the 2019 election. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be right back.